I get a lot of emails from people who are asking about going speed density. And in many of these cases, the person's on a stock turbo or an 18 or 20G or something like that. And for some reason, somebody has convinced all these people that speed density is better. Speed density is not better. Speed density is an estimation. Mass airflow is a measurement. So what that means is with mass airflow, provided your mass airflow sensor is installed correctly and you don't have any leaks and the calibration is correct, which is really easy to do on a stock sensor or stock intake or like the Cobb SF system, then the air that goes in past that sensor is what goes into the engine. And then any small changes from there can be detected by the O2 sensor, provided you're in a closed loop. And if you're in open loop, then, well, it's hopefully the program is correct. But the point is that it's actually measuring the air going into the engine. Speed density is an estimation. With speed density, you are taking the pressure on the engine, the temperature of the air, the RPM and the displacement, and saying, I have this much air in the cylinders. But what it boils down to is that's really an approximation, because those things are the amount of air in the cylinders is going to change with back pressure, with cam overlap, which changes with AVCS and things like that. And so you are always just kind of close. And this can result in hesitations in cases where the overlap is very high, or, you know, whatever, there's leaks. Back pressure has gone up because you develop a boost leak. People think, oh, boost leak doesn't affect speed density. Well, it does. If you develop a boost leak, then the system will try and target that same boost still. So wastegate duty cycle will go up. Then that will increase back pressure on the engine, which reduces the amount of airflow that goes into the engine, and therefore it should richen you up. Similar to a boost leak with the MAF car. Now, is it as bad? No, it's not as bad. It's a much smaller effect, but it is still effective. So when you have a speed density car, you have to build the VE map, which is volumetric efficiency map, and usually that's just a standard three-dimensional table, RPM and manifold pressure. It doesn't compensate for changes in AVCS, whether you're in or a TGV position, where the TGVs are open or closed, or AVCS is in the TGV open map or the TGV closed map, or things like that. Temperature is supposedly compensated for. There is a temperature compensation map based on intake air temp, but the location of your intake air temp sensor will change how effective or how accurate that reading is as the air enters the port. The Subaru does not have a port temperature compensation. Now, Cobb did a really cool job with theirs. They put the IAT compensation based on manifold pressure, which gives you an idea of how much air is flowing into the engine, and therefore should give you some amount of port estimated temperature, but it still isn't accurate, and also depends on where you put the sensor. If you have a mass airflow sensor, the air going past that sensor is the air going into the engine. So if you have a simple setup or a turbo that's only up to like a 20G size, or something that is within the range of a MAF sensor like Cobb or factory airbox, you should use that. You should absolutely use that. The only reason that most people don't have mass airflow sensors on really big builds is because if you had a mass airflow sensor that could read 900 pounds per minute of air, it would have very poor resolution down low, and the housing diameter of the mass airflow would have to be like 4 inches or so, which means that at idle the airflow through that tube is very, very, very slow, and that sensor's not going to have a very good not going to have an ability to read the airflow with any accuracy. So the loss of resolution of a mass airflow sensor is a reason why you should go speed density. Potentially a situation where you have 2 turbos and 2 inlets and you don't want to wire them into one, that would be a good reason to go speed density. But for the average owner with a G turbo, whether, like I said, 1820, Dom 15, something like that, it is absolutely the best choice to stick with a mass airflow sensor. You will have far better metering of the air entering the engine and a better running car. So please don't believe that speed density is better, because it's not. Speed density will always be an estimation, and MAF will be an actual measurement. I hope that helps clear up some of the confusion. Thanks.